When living in a property, in addition to your mortgage or rent payment, you will also need to cover the cost of services like gas, electricity, and water, which are usually paid each month or quarterly, every 3 months. The utility company measures the amount of gas, electricity, or water that have been used per month. This is either done using a smart meter or by the bill payer reading the meter themselves. On utility bills, the current and previous readings will be shown, so to calculate the cost of your most recent bill, you will need to subtract your previous reading from the current one and then multiply it by the cost per unit. There will also often be a standing charge added to cover any additional costs. For example, the table on the right shows the water and electricity readings at the start and at the end of a 3-month period. The water company charges 46p per metre cubed of water plus a £15 standing charge per quarter. The electricity company charges 16p per kilowatt hour of electricity plus a £6 monthly standing charge. Calculate the total bill for water and electricity for this 3-month period. So, as mentioned previously, you need to figure out how much has been used in this 3-month period. So, let's just focus on water for now. If at the start of April, the start of our 3-month period, the start of our quarter, I suppose, we'd use 7,500, and then at the end of our quarter, we used 8,400, then we must have used 8,400 take away 7,500, which is 900 meters cubed. From there, we can figure out the cost of the water. So they've used 900 meters cubed and it's 46p per meter cubed. So that's 900 times by 0.46 because 46p is 0.46 pounds. And then don't forget to add on the standing charge that is charged for everybody, plus £15. And this, if you put it into a calculator, will give you £429. So that's the water tackled. The electricity we're going to tackle in a similar way. We're going to do this, subtract this to work out how much has been used in that quarter. So 12,350, take away 10,600, and that gives you 1,750 kilowatt hours. We know that the cost of a kilowatt hour is 16p, so we're going to do 0.16 times by 1,750. And then don't forget to add the standing charge, but notice this time it's monthly. A quarter is 3 months, so we're going to have to add 3 lots of that. So plus 3 lots of 6. Sticking this into your calculator, you'll get £298. So the total spent on water and electricity for this 3-month period will be £429 plus £298, which is £727. As buying a house will often be the most expensive purchase someone can make, often people will need to borrow money to buy one. The type of loan is called a mortgage, which will be spread out over many years depending on a person's age. Similar to other loans, you will have to pay back interest on top of the amount you have borrowed, paid monthly. The interest rate can either be at a fixed rate for a certain number of years, or it can vary depending on the rate set out by the bank. The longer it takes you to repay the mortgage, the more total interest you will pay. The amount you borrow from the bank is directly proportionate to how much you get paid. What that means is somebody in a higher earning job could borrow more than somebody in a lesser earning job. And it will usually be 2.5 times greater than your salary. So say, for example, you earn £100,000 a year, you could potentially borrow £250,000 a year because that's 2.5 times. For 2 people applying for a mortgage, the amount that can be borrowed is calculated by multiplying the larger salary by 2.5 and then adding the smaller salary. For example, a couple want to buy a house together. One of them earns £21,000 per year and the other earns £24,000 per year. If they have a deposit of £16,000, can they afford a house valued at £100,000? First, we want to figure out how much they can borrow. So that's done by taking the larger amount, this, and timesing it by 2.5. And then adding the smaller amount, £21,000. That will give you £81,000 that can be borrowed. But remember, they have the deposit of £16,000, so £81,000 plus £16,000 will give you £97,000. So can they afford to buy a house which is £100,000? No, because they only have £97,000. They would need £3,000 more from somewhere else. If you found this video useful, why not try the Topic test on our learning platform? Here, you can answer a series of questions and get instant feedback on how you've done in a written solution format that explains exactly how to solve the problem.